So this is it. This is the ultimate occasion, the biggest game. It is time to get that steely focus in the eyes. Things have bubbled up really nicely here. Now, for one of these seen here, this being one of Asia's top footballing venues, the Saitama Stadium. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here. Unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Yes, Peter, I've been a winning finalist and I've been a losing finalist, and I don't need to tell anyone what I preferred. Winning will help fans remember you for a long, long time, so I sincerely wish both teams well.
So what are we to expect in this final?
As with a lot of finals, caution plays a big part in the opening stages, but an early goal can blow all that away, so I hope that we can create an attacking contest here, which obviously we want for this showpiece.
Yamal. Played into the middle. Cleared away. Pedri. Well read, nice interception. And here's Ferran Torres. Oh, it's come loose. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Pedri. Pedri. And here's Dani Olmo. Shot a goal! And he's following up!
Sky definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Pickford sends that a long way. The normal. Bina. Dani Olmo. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Ferran Torres! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're up in the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And it's Pedri. Pedro Porro. Oh, that's neat. It'll be a throw-in. Colwill. Colwill, gently done. Rice. Rice shifted upfield. Nicely intercepted. The normal. Pedro Porro. Played out to the right. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Now it's shoots! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss. Gets rid without sophistication. Foden. Over to the left. And there's green grass ahead of him. Foden. Oh, that's nice. And here's Saka. Saka made out to the left flank. A heavy challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. That's a nicely weighted pass. Kukurea can get it clear. England have reclaimed it. There's the shot! Now, what about a counter-attack? Yamal. And it's Pedri. Now it's Bina. Saka. Looking to break at pace. Dani Olmo. And the counter is on. Pedro Porro. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Eze climbs up big!
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
James with the short one. He's cut it out. That's really well manoeuvred. Foden. Spain starting the game with good energy, looking to take control of proceedings if they can. Spence. Fire deep towards the back post. Oh, look at the space here. Pedro Porro clears it away. Yehi. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Bellingham. Rice. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Ferran Torres. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Yamal spread out to the left. He's in space and looking for options. Mikel Merino, and that's aimed into the middle. James. England can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Rice aim forwards. He's in plenty of space here. He's in here! Ferran Torres! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Attempt, but not quite good enough.
0-0 still. No other chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Could move up a gear here. Danny Olmo. Ferran Torres! Goal! Spain! This could be big. This could be massive.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Spain, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, Peter, the emphasis should now switch to winning it, rather than even thinking about losing it.
Cucurella, no, again there's no way through. James, driving forward. Big chance! Kane finds himself offside. Clearly not happy with that.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Ah, such a clever touch. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And it's James. Spence. And they couldn't read. That's a corner kick. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Saka wins the duel. Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. There could be trouble here. And for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Defending of the desperate variety. Bellingham. That's really well cleared. Gehi, that's a delicate pass. It's a mighty effort! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
The normal. Baina. Merino. And it's played forward. Now it's Baina. And it's Cucurella. And here's Ferran Torres.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Baina. Very nicely done. Now it's Baina. Showing good feet. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's been taken short. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Baina. Baina's cross. Yehi moved on forwards. Jose. Oh, good spread. James, on delicately. Danger averted for now. Pedro Porro. Lenormand. Merino. Lenormand. It's a sharp pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Ferran Torres. Baina. Now it's Dani Olmo. Out to the left it goes. Lovely bit of skill. And that was nowhere near his best. Oh, it's come loose. James. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. That has been cut short. Dani Olmo. Merino. Mikel Merino. Forwards and with intent. And here's Dani Olmo. And it's Merino. That is lovely. A chance to play it in. And here's the chance to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's gone for a throw-in. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, he's just misjudged that one. Out of play for a goal kick. James charging forward down that flank. Looks across and plays it in. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Crossed in again. Lenormand gets it away. Cross goes in there. That's going to go a long way. And that is out of play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kubasi. Lenormand. Baina. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Rice. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Saka. And they can counter here. Now it's Dani Olmo. Now it's Yamal. And here's Ferran Torres. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. Yehi. Bellingham gently down. The pass is intercepted. And back to the goalkeeper. Cucurella. Ferran Torres is onto it in a flash. And it's played forward. Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass. Dani Olmo. Kubasi. The normal. Merino. That's really well manoeuvred. Bellingham. Bellingham shifted upfield. Pedri aimed forwards. Yamal. Pedro Porro. That pass has been well intercepted. Good play on the left-hand side here. Now it's Kane. Kane in acres of space out wide. Oh, smashing header! He will be livid with himself. Pedri. The normal. Kubasi. That's really well manoeuvred. Colwell cuts it out. Spence. And here's Eze. And here's Kane. Foden. Spence looking to hit the byline here.
Very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro shifted upfield.
Spain are totally dominant in the middle of the park and no way through zone.
And it's Marino. Mikel Merino chips it through, gets it away. Only partially clear. Merino. Pedri. Can he spark a counter here? Kane running with the ball. Saka. Played back to the goalkeeper. Pedro Porro. Rice. And it's lofted through here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Eze. Bina. England are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Yamal. Pedri. And it's Porro. Yamal.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
James. And he goes cross-field. Spence. James.
Oh, good ball! Saka really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
There's found support out wide. Saka. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bina. Pedri. And it's gone back to the keeper. Oh, can he get onto this? Bellingham, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Foden, he's shifting through the gears here. Raya deals with that, nice and simple. Bina. Cucurella. Yamal. Kubasi goes forward, calmly anticipates. And it's played forward. Now it's Saka. James. Saka. James. Can he latch on to this? Saka. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Oh, what a climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Bina. And it's Olmo. Merino. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Kane. Always onto this. And that's a simple one for the keeper. It's a chance for Spain to break. Merino. And it's Olmo. Into the channel. Cucurella. Spence. Colwell gently done. Spence. He's got away. Crosses it in. There's the whistle. The first half of the final has flown by. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So we've had the first 45 minutes of the final, Jim. How's it looking for you?
First things first now, and they must give themselves a platform to help generate some momentum if they're going to find a route back.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Saka. Pedri. Well, they can break here. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Dani Olmo.
Dani Olmo!
Dina plays it short. Kane. Over to the left. Saka. In by Saka.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Pau Kubasi forwards and with intent. Dani Olmo. Le Normal. Baina. Cucurella. Moved on forwards. Colwell gets over and intercepts. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gehi. Rice forwards and with intent. Thinks one through, floated through. Colwell makes the interception. And it's Spence. Foden. And here's Foden. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Ooh, delicate chip through. Baina looking to get on the end of this. Baina, backward it goes.
Ferran Torres!
And the ball's come loose here. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Spectacular save! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Belling. Spence. Kane chasing after it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Always onto this. Chance here to counter. Eze!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Merino. And it's played forward. It's a good run down the right. He is through here. Eze. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. The Normal. Cucurella. Great defending, strong and determined. Kane with the delivery. That's an excellent interception. just bludgeoned away. Spence. Rice. That's surely a foul, free kick. James goes short. And it's James. That's a cute ball. Nice interception, well timed. Eze. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Kane really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
The normal. That's really well manoeuvred. And reclaimed it in a trice. Rice played through into space. And that has been clubbed away. And it's James. Colwill. And here's Saka. Nice control. Looking for a decent ball in. Climbs up big! Oh, not the best of headers.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
England still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Merino, Mikel Merino, shifted upfield. Bellingham can get it clear. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. James, aim forwards. Cucurella. The normal. James. James, gently done. Ferran Torres. Yamal. Pedro Porro. He can get that clear. That's good play. And it's Porro. Dani Olmo. Pedri. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Ferran Torres really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Eze being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Eze spread out to the left. Caught offside that time. Pedri. Danny Olmo. Well, that's well seen too. Yamal. Yamal's cross. And it's claimed by the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Cucurella. Time to deliver. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Merino. And it's Cucurella. That's very neat. Aimed in towards the centre. And he's there to get rid. He is just caressing the ball. And here's your chance, surely! Merino. And here's Danny Olmo. Colwell forwards and with intent. Kane is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Baina. Ferran Torres looking to add to his goal. It's Olmo. Yamal. That has been knocked clear. Now it's Kane. Well, this looks promising. Got to make this count. Saka tries to dink it through. Cleared without complication. Gets it away. Merino. So what can they make of this? Pedri. That's really well manoeuvred. Baina looking to run onto it. And the shot! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Ferran Torres clearly felt that he was entitled to try that, and I'm inclined to agree with him. There wasn't anything else on.
And it's played forward. Merino. Merino.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Danny Olmo has created one goal already. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Baina. Danny Olmo. Danny Olmo played out to the left flank. Baina. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And he thumps it clear. needed better contact.
Ferran Torres probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Moved on forwards. Raya gets good distance on it. Bellingham has it back and can go again. Well timed, excellent interception. Raya, long ball by the goalkeeper. Saka played with finesse. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cucurella getting this one clear. And there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So we have a double substitution going on here. Saka's delivery. Raya puts his gloves on it, nice and calm. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Keeper's got good distance on that. Eze. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Eze is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pau Kubasi aim forwards. Cucurella. Merino. The normal. Baina. Saka. And the counter is on, now then! Mikel Merino does really well to win the ball there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Dani Olmo done delicately. Shaw attempts a clearance. England making consecutive changes here. And it's Pedri. And here's Yamal. Pedri. He's well past decent chance! It's it! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
There's the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Punched away. It's a throw-in. Swings it across. There's the header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Baina with a definite foul there. Colwell shifted upfield. Bellingham. Proves too strong. Looking here to chip it through. And that has been cleared. Corner given. A real chance missed.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Foden. Great chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Pedri. Cucurella. Baina. And it's Marino. Tries a measured ball. And that's nice and simple for the keeper.
Spain, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, he's in! And he takes a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game's already won.
Would have won it. Shaw. Aim forwards. Kane, now he's off and running. And that's a throw-in. Now it's Ferran Torres. And here's Ferran Torres. Succumbs to the pressure. Foden. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Out to the right. Hit into the middle. A header! And somehow he managed to miss it. Colwell, long ball upfield. Bellingham gets across to intercept that. Rashford. So who's he picking out? Oh, nice touch. Little clears it away. It's a throw. Copa gets it away. Deftly away. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Eze. Foden. Foden! Oh, that is asking for trouble. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
That'll be a throw-in.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Rashford, chance for a shot! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's been won straight back. Rashford, there's the header! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Grimaldo.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
He has found the way through. Hit into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Eze gets it clear. Now it's Kane. Rapidly approaching the end. England are on the point of first-round elimination. And now the breakaway. Alexander-Arnold, gently done. Rashford, now here's the delivery. He's overhit it, and it's out of play. Yamal. Just 5 minutes left. Dani Olmo looking for a runner. Baina. Moved on forwards. Gehi chasing after it. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Kubasi. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Kane. Kane unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Do have a chance to counter here. Pedro Porro drives forward on the overlap. Pedro Porro. And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Yamal. Yamal shapes to shoot! It's run loose here. Rice. Gehi. It's Rashford! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And he's there to clear it. Pedri. And it's played forward. And back to the keeper they go. Shaw. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Shaw forwards and with intent. Now it's Rashford. Played out to the right. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's heaved it away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Alexander-Arnold wins the duel this time. And he cuts out the supply. Gehi. And this is Kane. Can he finish? Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Oh, beautifully dispatched. There is no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
England making another change here. England give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. We are into overtime. Baina looks to the other side. Ferran Torres out towards the flank. It's really well manoeuvred. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold played out towards the right wing. And back out it comes. England have got it back and they'll have another go. That is good strength. Ferran Torres tries a deft little ball. Now it's Yamal. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Bellingham is there, and he can get that clear. Daniel tries a shot! No mistake! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Dani Olmo demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Spain could not have... The final whistle and the end. The ultimate heartbreak. The prize dangled in their faces and was cruelly snatched away. And so it ends in pain as the glory goes elsewhere. So much in